Hamilton's Hideaway is a small, generic cave dungeon found in the Capital Wasteland, populated by rad scorpions, rad roaches, and raiders. It was originally going to house a terminal that revealed the location was a survivalist bomb shelter built just prior to the Great War, and it reads, July 19, 2077. Finally done. Maggie wanted us to sign up at a Vault-Tec shelter, but I've never trusted those bastards. It took a lot of work, but Frank helped me get all of the parts together and hauled to the acreage to build this shelter. Air filtration, chemical toilets, artesian well, the whole 9 yards. Frank's connections got us the generator cheap too, and we don't have to worry about sharing quarters with someone who got their name on some waiting list when the day comes. Wish I could say if the day comes, but it just seems like a matter of time now. How could it have come to this? The next entry was written on December 24, 2077, 2 months after the bombs fell. Robin wanted to play with the computer for Christmas, so I siphoned some juice from the fusion generator to power this old thing. I know she'd rather be playing outside in the snow, but she's a good kid, knows that we can't go outside yet. I'll check the fallout levels again tomorrow while she's playing, but I doubt we'll be heading outside anytime soon. Damn commies must have hit us hard. December 25, 2077. Merry Christmas. Cute kid, huh? February 13, 2078. Don't believe it. Frank showed up today. He was on a sales trip when the blast hit, selling generators to a mining operation in Pennsylvania. Being in those shafts probably saved his life, but the shockwave also knocked out every power line feeding them light and air. Falling debris killed the foreman standing right next to him. He doesn't even know how long he was crawling around in those tunnels before he got outside, the poor bastard. Sounds like the water's boiling. Some hot soup will do him good, even if it's that powdered crap we hauled in here last year. February 14, 2078. Frank's in bad shape. Arms and face are all burned up. He's got a lot of blisters that look infected. He went through hell out there. Hardly anybody alive, and those he met almost did him in. He tried getting into a vault near Burkitsville. They wouldn't open up, and he was almost killed in an ambush on his way out of there. He said those folks wore skins of men. Cannibal bastards must just wait for their next meal to come looking for help at the vault. Frank steered clear of them and headed straight here after that. He's been on his feet for weeks. February 28, 2078. His hair was falling out within a week of him showing up. I wanted to believe that we could save him, but there's no way a few iodine tablets a day was going to reverse the radiation he must have been exposed to out there. He was a good man. He deserves better, but I can't go out there and give him a proper burial. Maggie's going to stay up with Robin and let her play some holotapes loud tonight. That's when I'll take Frank in the back and cremate him. I wish our furnace was big enough to hold him in one piece. God help us. How could it have come to this? The most interesting aspect of this is the mention of Burkitsville, a real-world city in Virginia that's never referenced in the game files aside from these notes, and the mention of a nearby vault. It's unclear if these were cut alongside those locations, or if those locations were only going to be mentioned, and that the notes were scrapped for an entirely different reason. While his wife and daughter's names are both mentioned, the author is never revealed, but I think we can safely assume it was written by a character named Hamilton. The cell still has tricycles and teddy bears that his child played with, which is a really nice detail. I can't help but wonder if the lone skeleton outside the location is Hamilton or his wife. I made a small mod that restores this cut content, and there's a link below in the description if you want to check it out. These notes would have made this generic dungeon into a more interesting area, but were ultimately left on the cutting room floor.